Everyone says don't judge a book by its cover, but it happens every day. Mostly in small quantities, like seeing someone on the street and thinking, yikes, I would never be friends with them. We all do it. It's almost impossible not to. We're only human. Judging can get out of hand for just one wrong decision can lead to years of grief. An example of this is the choice my parents made to put me in charge of my little sister, who's far more mature and responsible than myself. Or for an extreme example would be with two African tribes, the Hutus and the Tutsis. These two Rwandan tribes have the same culture and speak the same language, but in the 19th century, when colonization dominated Africa, after the Belgian troops left, there was a vacant power position that was looking to be filled. Prior to Rwanda gaining independence from Belgium, they had made it ethnically clear that the taller, lighter-skinned Tutsis were to be in higher power over the darker-skinned, shorter Hutus. This one superficial decision sparked 800,000 Rwandan people killed between April and June of 1994. In the genocide, there was only one element that mattered, and that was the book cover, ethnicity. The Rwandan genocide parallels a much lesser version of superficial decisions in my life, the choice of who rules the house when my parents are gone. To my sister's horror, they chose me when we were around age 5, because my parents' reasoning was solely based on my year-and-a-half head start on being born. It was unfair to my sister. She believed that since she was the more mature, responsible one, that she should be the head of the house, much like colonial Rwanda. In colonial Rwanda, the Belgium, who had control over the country, gave all the power, the money, and the land to the lighter-skinned Tutsis, and the cattle to the darker-skinned Hutus. It didn't matter which tribe was more capable of holding power or which tribe was better off herding cattle. Both tribes believed that they should hold all the power because they deserved it. So instead of agreeing on some way to divide it equally, both tribes saw only one way to gain the power and keep it, and that was to kill everyone in the opposing tribe. The power struggle between the Hutus and the Tutsis is similar to a much scaled-down version of a power struggle in my house, both fighting on a shallow decision made by those who are in a higher power over us. History is very repetitive. Because there's so much of it, it's hard to find something that hasn't already happened.